What's going on? Quick live. I know homeownership or affordability is a major issue right now across the US. This live, I'm going to teach you a hack, or if you already know about it, like feel free to share. But this is a hack that'll help make home of ownership more affordable. Let's rewind that. All right. So, what's going on, y'all? Kenneth Francis, lender here in Georgia and Texas with Barrett Financial. Today's live, we're going to be talking about feel like I'm staring too hard on this. If anybody's on one of the platforms this is streaming on, do not worry. I am going to cut all of this out when I repost it. But anyway, so this live, we're going to talk about like home ownership affordability and how to make it more affordable. As I mentioned, home ownership, where rates are at right now across the US, that's a major talking point. So if you're trying to buy a home without a heavy portion of your check going towards that, try this out when you are like looking to buy a home. And again, this is only for, or not again, this is only for conventional loans. So we're going to talk about single premium PMI. So if you are buying a home and you're putting down less than 20%, mortgage insurance is required. And this is not to protect you, this is to protect the lender. So it is recommended that you get homeowners insurance, or again, if you're putting down less than 20%, the bank is going to require you to have homeowners insurance as well. But mortgage insurance, this is to protect the lender in case you default. All right. So anything less than 20% down, you're going to be required to do this. So stay tuned. We're going to talk about like the single premium PMI, how this can help you lower your monthly costs. This is a great option with where the market is. Homes are sitting on the market longer. You have realtors, sellers offering sellers concessions. Conventional loans, you can get anywhere from 9%, 6%, depending on how much your down payment is back. Conventional loans, FHA loans, 6% to 9%, 6%, up to 6% back. VA loans up to 4% back, the seller's concession, right? So with homes sitting on the market longer, this is a great opportunity to get into home ownership, to use that to buy down the rate. Rates right now, based on Mortgage News Daily, are hovering around the I'd say 6.25%, 6.5%, depending on your loan type. So like that's another way to make it more affordable. But to what the video is about today, single premium. So this is something like this is a one-time PMI payment at closing. This is something that you can do if you are going the conventional route. According to bank rate, mortgage insurance is anywhere from like 4%, 0.4 to like 1% of the overall mortgage annually. So that could be anywhere from like $150, $200, $300 a month, like savings if you use the PMI, the single premium PMI. So again, this is a great way to make ownership more affordable. A lot of times people are looking at, hey, like what's the best interest rate? What interest rate can I qualify for? When you really should be thinking about like what that monthly payment is, because you can get an interest rate like let's say at 5, but like if your home is if you're over your DTI, doesn't matter, right? So it's like about being in a range that you feel comfortable with monthly. So when it comes to like this program, like, or not a program, this is something like you can like request. If you have your lender show you both options, what it would look like with this. If you're getting a seller's concession, that's an option, or like you can just pay this up front. This is not for somebody who is going to be selling their home like within a year or so, because you're paying out the mortgage insurance. So if you plan on staying in the home for a period of time, like a prolonged period of time, then it makes more sense. Same thing with buy downs. Like if you're just like buying a home and you know you're gonna sell and move, you're paying the interest, you're prepaying the interest. That's what's lowering that interest rate or the monthly payment. So it's not something that you should do unless you're going to remain in that home. All right. So benefits of single premium, paying this up front, lowers your monthly payments, boosts affordability. and your debt to income ratio. Flexibility. So in paying this, you can use your own funds, seller credits, as I mentioned, or like you can finance it. So when it says finance it, if you talk to your lender, they can give you a higher rate to pay this out, right? So you have to look at your options, see what makes more sense. Why this is like a good opportunity in today's market. Again, like homes have been sitting on the market longer. I'm gonna go over a few of the major metro areas that I'm licensed in. If you are in those areas, like you can tell me like if this is what you're seeing as well for all my realtors out there. But when it comes to the Austin housing market, it says right now, and like this information that I'm sharing as far as like rates, the housing market. This is from like Zillow, Redfin, Mortgage News Daily, Mortgage Bankers Association, Yahoo, Google. This is all information that can be found online. So yeah, do your research, like stay up to date on what's going on in your market. But Austin housing market is somewhat competitive. Homes in Austin generally receive about 2 offers on average and sell on average in around 62 days. All right, median home price in Austin is 555,000, and that's up 2.3% from last year. Median sale price per square foot is $306. So as you can see, like the Austin housing market, homes have been sitting on the market longer, but home prices are still going up. Home prices are still going up. There are 783 homes sold in July this year compared to down last year, 806. And the reason why I said July, this information is updated, like this is a lagging indicator. So you're not going to get this information until the month is done. So we should see like more accurate data as far as like what August did soon within the next like week or so. San Antonio, another market here. An average home sitting on the market for about 58 days, and the average sale price in San Antonio is 275. That's also up 2.7% around the same time last year. Let me look at some other areas around like Austin or Central Texas really quickly. If you have any questions, I definitely like leave them in the chat and I'll get to them. But all right, so Central Texas, we have Pflugerville. Homes are at around 387. Kyle, Texas, 315. I already mentioned Austin at 555. What's Round Rock doing? Round Rock homes are at about 410,000. That's the median or like average price. So you have options. I'm originally from New York City, right? Born and raised in the Bronx. And like people generally like foreigners, or I don't know how other Americans think, but generally people when they come to New York City, they think Manhattan, right? Like you got the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. I was about Staten Island. I ain't gonna throw y'all no shade today, but Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island, Jersey's right there. And when you look at like Austin, 555,000, like if you were buying a home, like say in Manhattan, probably like a few hundred thousand, million plus, right? When you go to like downtown Brooklyn, same thing. As you go further out in these metro areas, homes become more affordable. You also have like different styles of properties, whether it be like a heavy condo area, townhomes, like a single family, multifamily. So same thing here. When you get to like Round Rock, you have a lot of multifamily, like 2-family homes, a lot of more affordable housing throughout the Austin Round Rock metro area. So did I mention Atlanta already? I believe I started off with Austin. So Atlanta, also licensed in Georgia. Atlanta market, homes receive on average 2 offers, selling in around 65 days. Median sale price for a home in Atlanta is 386, and that's down about 9% same time last year. Median sales price in Atlanta, or price per square foot, $286. That's actually up. All right, but yeah, home prices are down in Atlanta. What's Houston doing? Let's look at H-Town. But as I mentioned, when you look at different metros, like different areas right outside of, like I'm about 20 minutes outside of Austin. So my mindset when it comes to like these major cities, right? Just because I'm from a big city and I'm getting older as well, I have no need, like I have no no want to be downtown in the middle of everything. That like you have a lot of people who like it, right? A lot of people want the downtown condo living. I like space. I like my backyard. I have two Great Danes. I right by the lake. I like enjoying life outside, right? I don't need to be around the hustle and bustle. And this is nowhere um, as um, as fast paced as like say New York City and everything. But like it's definitely there's a lot to get into downtown if you want to move to Austin. I know a great realtor. But Houston market, somewhat competitive. Homes again receive two offers on average. Sell in 46 days. Median sale price in Houston 349,000. That's down year over year or 1.7%. All right. The Houston housing market, yeah, down about 1.7%, 349,000. There are a lot of homes that have been sitting on the market in all of those metros. I actually saw something last week. I don't know if it was in Newsweek. Where was this? Yeah, it was Newsweek. So Newsweek, they spoke about San Antonio, how San Antonio and then a place in Florida, I believe it was Tampa, had the most people drop out of contract who entered into a contract to buy a home like dropped out, and a lot of the reasons that they gave for dropping out, it wasn't even anything related to financing. Sometimes you'll have where like the person did not do a pre-approval. I don't know who's making offers without like going through a full pre-approval process, but these people made offers. They said they stepped away from the house because their mother, brother, sisters, uncle told them that it's not a good time to buy. Talk to industry professionals. Get somebody to like lay out, like look at the numbers. A lot of times, like we look at the now versus like the long-term goals. What are you trying to accomplish? Like homeowners, when you look at the net worth between a renter and a homeowner, the difference is like astronomical. All right. So, being that this is a buyer's market, as I mentioned, and housing inventory up, especially in markets like San Antonio, Houston, here in Austin, this is a great strategy. You have a lot of sellers like offering concessions, as I mentioned, depending on how much you are putting down. 3%, 5%, nine, anything under 20%, you're going to need mortgage insurance. But depending on how much you're putting down with a conventional loan, you can get up to 9% of the cost back as far as the seller's concession. It's up to your realtor to negotiate that on your behalf for you to get that back. But like it is possible. I see it happen like on a daily basis, right? It's just about like making an offer on a property. Again, I know great realtors that I can refer you to, looking at homes that have been on the market, homes that are priced to sell, homes that are at good price points, or homes that have been there like for everybody, like they're selling for a reason, right? Some people have offers on other homes, they need to get out of there. So like make your offers, make them competitive, trust your realtors, trust your lenders, and like get things done. All right. So quick housing update. I already went through like what's going on here in Austin. Home prices like are up year over year. Many areas showing slight drops, but like average overall is increasing. All right. Houston says affordability is down since 2019, and that's due to stagnant income growth. All right. Rates have been improving. This is across the board. That's not just in Houston, but that's from the Houston Chronicle. When it comes to San Antonio, one of the slower markets, as I mentioned. So um, as I mentioned just now, San Antonio, like one of the markets where you see a lot of people dropping out of contract. And that was like in Newsweek. I read that article last week. Atlanta, you have a high, like a lot of investors, so a lot of cash buyers. But again, like you have, if you go through your pre-approval process, like you're working with professionals, you're working with a lender who gets all your documents up front, you can like do a like your offer is just as good as like say somebody depending on your loan type as a conventional FHA VA, like all of that is the same. You can close 2 weeks. All right. So yeah, some of the benefits for using the single premium. So again, the purpose of this video is it's to show you how to make home ownership more affordable, right? With paying out the premium, the single premium PMI upfront, so you can get rid of the mortgage insurance, use your seller's concession to pay that off. You can save anywhere from like 150, 300, $400 a month, depending on like your loan type, depending on your credit, depending on like your different options based on your scenario. All right, this is good. It's a one-time payment, and then you get permanent monthly savings. All right, this is especially useful in today's market where rates are in the mid sixes. All right, better for debt to income ratio. Again, like saving that money, that could be money used for school supplies, trips, vacations, putting your son after school, different programs. Football season just started. My Jets lost, but we ain't gonna dwell on that. All right, and then fast closing. So this is like again, fast closings, 2 to 3 weeks, get this done, right? So a few simple steps. You can lower your monthly mortgage insurance, make home ownership more affordable. Have any questions, definitely DM me. Check out my site if you want to like see what you can qualify for. We have a mortgage calculator. Where is my page? All right, yeah, we have a mortgage calculator on there. Hit that apply now button and definitely reach out. All right. That is my cell. I am not in Arizona. This is where the company is at. Kenneth Francis, NMLS 2096068. Let me know if you need anything.